Hold up, I got my shit to work on my YouTube. Give me a sec. All right, I'm good.
One battles, there's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
The Red Raiders just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's hauled in at the 10. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0. Turning it on. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it's hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
On target to the left. And he's brought down after a nice game. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. He's got him in the flat. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop This offense just marching down the field.
He caught it. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals spill out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And a great job by the quarterback, Reese, making the right read. I got to get that defense to commit to me. Now I pitch it. Running back catches it. I'll take this. I'll do the rest. But it was a great read by the quarterback.
Texas Tech 14, NC State 0.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Oh, he's got some space. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Makes one man miss. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Looking for a man. It's Boley. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He gets a hand on it. It's blocked. And they got it. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Out of the gun, the give to the back. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket. He comes away with a sack.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Trying to beat the D deep. Snags it at the 30 and still running. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the
Damn, whole time
football.
I didn't have the right
dictating.
quarterback in, bro. I'm tripping. Big tweak, big tweak. All right, I'm good.
Right now to the defense.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Red Raiders come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. The throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, They finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Dumps it to the back. Got his man. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal instead.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field. He stopped at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Nice move to keep running.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver of the middle of the field.
Wilson to pass. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted.
Then he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Breaks into the open. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his...
Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up for the PAT. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent, this one's over.
Texas Tech, 35. NC State, 0.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect.
He wants to take the top off. He's got it down the right side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Wilson will throw. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Here's a heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll try to move the chains on 4th down. NC State comes to the line. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. Off play action on 1st down. Looking for a deep man. He's got it on the left. Turning it on. The 20. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Bringing the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Absolutely perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42.
Will take over 1st and 10.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Perry. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. NC State will kick off to start things here in the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Quarterback adapting. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. The run to the left. Got room to work. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Got a man. It's Godet. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wilson to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man to the left. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Fighting off the defender. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's open. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Stevens. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Quickly to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? They just keep firing. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the air.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Woo, that defender just laid the wood. As soon as that guy caught the ball, there he was. Bam! Clean hit for a minimal gain.
Quickly complete. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25, he's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Wilson will throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Direct snap. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. We're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll move the tight end. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those.
There he goes. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
The defense is dialed in right now, guys. They've got the lead. They're expecting pass. Offense trying to go 4 verticals, but all game long, this defense has stepped up, and they force another incompletion.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Wilson to pass. Makes the catch. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I was ready for this 4th down anyways. I know I need a touchdown on this drive, and I know I'm going for it. So now the situation is, what is my play to get it done?
He's looking to throw. Looking to get it in.
Oh, bro, that's how you score, dude.
The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball.
Gonna take a shot. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players. players because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He might want another play. Wilson will throw. Rushes on him. NC State will pick up the first down.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third.
Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it himself. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
The Red Raiders really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. Spins away from the oh my goodness, he's still moving. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Buys a little time. Got out of trouble and throws. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Tight end now in motion. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Touch pass on the run.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
A little trickeration looking to throw. Lets it fly. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Wilson to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gaudet. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He uncorks one deep. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Right down the middle. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Proctor. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Skips away from pressure.
Chill.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting in there?
Going the other way, and he's got room. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set
breaks into the open. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long explosive.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.